What's this about people putting butter in their coffee? For about a year and a half now, we've been drinking buttered coffee. Some people call it bulletproof coffee, and bulletproof coffee really is trademarked. But bulletproof coffee is the idea behind it is getting good fats in to get your day started. Fat, as we know, on a ketogenic diet is very satiating. It keeps you full, keeps you satisfied for a lot longer. So, I do love buttered coffee, and people ask me all the time, well, how do you make it and what do you put in it? Well, the original bulletproof coffee has MCT oil. MCT stands for medium chain triglycerides. MCTs occur naturally in coconut oil. So some people just use coconut oil because it is less expensive. MCTs is pretty expensive. Also, the thing you need to know about medium chain triglycerides, or MCTs, is that they go straight to the liver to be digested. If you're not used to it, it can cause a little bit of intestinal distress, a little discomfort. It's really high octane. If you get too much of it, it can also cause some flushing, feeling warm. I don't think it's necessary. Some people swear by it. I do have it. I cook with it. I don't put it in my coffee. The same thing with coconut oil. I do put it in my coffee from time to time, but what I really prefer in my buttered coffee is butter. So I start with my favorite coffee. I brew it either French press, which is my absolute favorite. Love to use a French press, or I use my Keurig. I use whatever flavor. Hazelnut, there's an almond biscotti. I use a plain French roast, Italian roast, whatever my favorite is, and then butter. And if you notice, I brewed my coffee not into my coffee cup, but I put it into this. This goes to my Ninja. My Ninja is one of my favorite appliances now that I've gone ketogenic. Brewed it straight into my Ninja. I've got a pretty generous tablespoon or so of butter. I'm just going to plop that down in there. And I'm going to use heavy cream. Now, I have to limit cream. I'm one of those folks that dairy doesn't love me as much as I love dairy. So I'll put about a tablespoon, and I'm going to eyeball it. That's about a tablespoon. All right, now I'm going to put the lid on here. And what I love about the Magic Bullet is that it gets it all creamy and frothy. Butter in your coffee is just better when you get it mixed up really, really well. So let me put it on the Ninja. And if you don't have a Ninja, catch one on sale and grab one. So I've got it on. This is single serve. There's my coffee. See the butter floating right on top? That is lusciousness. All right, here we go. Hold your ears. And you can tell by the color when it's just about perfect. Now, I'm going to pour it into my favorite mug and enjoy it. It is, everyone who has ever tried it say that it's really more like a dessert than a breakfast coffee. So there you go. There's my buttered coffee. Another thing that I wanted to show you that you could do is, as I said before, add coconut oil, add the MCT oil, use your French press coffee. Any of those things will work. The important thing is simply getting your buttered coffee to get you going in the morning. Other thing I wanted to point out that you can do, if you don't have a Ninja, or let's say you're at work or you're traveling, I like to buy these travel mugs. Now, there are different varieties of them. This happens to be made by a company called Keto. I think I picked it up probably at Walmart. And what's nice about it is it has this valve. So you can brew your coffee in here, add your butter, add your sweetener, shake it up, and just shake it really, really well. When we first started drinking buttered coffee, my husband couldn't figure out why my coffee always tasted better than what he made. Well, the difference was in the blending. So don't miss that step of blending. Otherwise, the butter just kind of floats on top and you get, oily, slicky lips, which, makes for soft lips. Not a bad thing, but it really is a lot better if you can get it blended. Use your shaker. Use your Ninja, Magic Bullet, blender, whatever. Some people use immersion blenders. I'm too messy with that. Coffee ends up all over my kitchen. So, cheers.